Nothing wrong. Whatever you say is correct. You mustn't be shy about that, saying that. Okay? Can I take that brother with the cap? What is your priority? About your family and your Quran studies. Why? Inshallah. Alhamdulillah. So we're getting somewhere. Anyone else want to tell his priority? You want to? Don't look to the side. Look to me. Yeah. Gigi. Moise, yes, please. Loud. Beautiful akhirah. Why akhirah? This dunya is in the front. Don't you like the beauty of this word? The girls, the men, the boys, the gardens, everything. Why don't you like it? We here for the akhirah. Okay. All right. You see, if you look at the talk and the answers from everyone, we're trying to get to the same point where I want to be. So actually you are ahead of me. I was trying to be clever. I thought you will never know it, and I will tell you that one. But you all know it. So I don't need to explain too much about that one. So if we look at our life, what is our life? When we're born, we don't know. We don't understand that part. Couple of years are out of our memory, and we don't even remember them. We don't know what we did, how many nappies we used during the day, how many times we vomited, and how many times we had the feeding. We don't understand that part. Yes, once we start getting a little bit bigger, then we understand that what I'm doing. I'm going to the school. I'm going to cry for food. All those things. And then comes to a point where what is the end of that life? Does anybody know what's the end of life? It's death. Does any of the audience has any doubt in his mind that he's not going to die? Anybody? Be brave. Don't be afraid. Anybody has a doubt in his mind that he is not going to die? There is somebody. Be brave. No. So the cycle of the life. They say that other than the other certainties, forget about the text, but life is the one thing, is so sure and so certain that we don't have to blink and we don't have to think. One of our colleagues I used to work, he passed away yesterday. One of the managers of the hospital, same hospital, he passed after him yesterday. These are our friends. You know, these people we know. And you see so we don't have any doubt about that, about the death. So this life cycle is we are born and we are dead. There is a time in between. That's called life. Some people have 1 hour only. They only live in this world for 1 hour. Some people have 100 years, more than that, but it's a one life cycle, only one life cycle. And what happens after that? Do we know that? Do we know what happened before we were born? No. We don't understand. We were just brought into this world. Do we came ourselves? No. Our parents were involved in that. Yes. That's the reason, Vivalidaini Ehsana. That's the reason we have a respect for them, that we have everything for them. But can they create us with their own will? No. There is a creator for us. The creator has created us. And once we die, what's going to happen? We are answerable to the same creator. Because this world is not good enough, it's not a good enough place to give the justice to everyone. So there must be a place where everything can be balanced and the good ones can be rewarded and the bad ones can be punished. So the concept of life after death is very serious. The maximum you can say, if you want to deny it, you can say, I don't know. You can't go more than that. If you're saying more than that, there's no idiot bigger than that who does not know and he says, I know it. You know, the best answers in the science is, I don't know. Because you are truthful, you don't know. But here, the matter is different. The priorities are different. Why is different? Because we have been told by the most truthful persons, the truthful people in this world, in the history of the humanity, we know about it. The most truthful people were the Anbiya Ikram. And the well known to us and our Prophet, Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. As one of the great scholars of Urdu poetry, somebody asked him that, Iqbal, you also believe in Allah and you believe also in Wahi and all these things? He said, you can deny Allah. You want to believe, how can you deny Muhammad? Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. He was in front of us. He was in front of the history. Everything is recorded. His actions. He never lied in his whole life. His whole life was truthful. He was only kind to everybody and to the humanity and everything. And the principles he has given it has changed this earth, face of this earth. All the good we see today is because of his teaching, the teachings he brought. So that man, if he is telling us there is a life after, we don't need to believe that he is gaining anything. He's not going to gain anything telling us that. He's only giving us the good news. There is a life. So what was he told then? Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam in Surah Inam, that's our motto also. In our ICSA's, that ayat, Quranic Kareem's ayat from the Surah Al-Inam, that where does it take us? It takes us, Qul inna salati wa nusuki wa mahyaya wa mamati lillahi rabbil alameen. My everything, namaz, my qurbani, my everything is for Allah, for Rabbil Alameen. La sharika la. There is no partner to him. Wa bizalika umirtu wa ana awwalul muslimin. What is his first priority? What Allah has told him through the Quran Kareem, survive, is we believe in that call. That my everything is for that Allah. We're going to go to the life. Are we going to whole life only reading Salah? Are we going to only be lying down in the sajda? No, we're going to get there. But that's my priority number one. That's my aim. That's my motto. You remember that when we were talking about the patient? That my aim was to provide him oxygen. It's not that to put the ECG on it. No. I want to keep him alive. So I want to keep my something alive. What is that one? What am I made of? What are you made of? Anybody? Angela? Beta? What are you made of? Two things I take you guide through. You are made of a physical body and spirit. What is called in Arabic and Urdu in ruh. So we made of two factors, major factors. So by keeping that my lifeline, I'm keeping my spirit or my ruh alive. So there are two portions of my body. One is the physical one, and you too. When I'm saying me, I'm not the only one. We all on the same page. We are made of the physical body and the ruh, and we have to keep both targeting and both keep them alive. And both keep them alive. I'm saying alive. Body we have to keep alive, and the ruh also we have to keep alive. The life of two is totally different. One is indestructible, is for there forever, and is going to live forever. body is going to die and come back again. That's our belief. Okay? So, what are those factors which make that my target is that akhirah. But that akhirah is because of what? It's because of Allah Ta'ala. And who told me about Allah Ta'ala? And who told me about the akhirah? There is a connection in between the two. There is some software in me which tells me this is good, this is bad, not to murder anybody, not to take somebody's things. These are embedded in me. But not everything is embedded in me. I needed some more guidance. So who gave us the guidance? It's the prophets. It's the Rasul. So these three major factors, the Creator, the Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, His messenger, and all His book and the malaika along with that, and the day of judgment. These three major factors are called Iman-e-Salasa. The three major Imans. So that's the main target and crux of my focus, where I'm focusing. So my lifeline is on that one. So if I want to prioritize something in my life, can you tell me how do you prioritize? What are the factors which prioritize? If I say prioritize it, what would you do? How would you prioritize? You will give all the money to that one? Is that prioritization? Or you will give all your clothes? Is that the prioritization? Can I ask my daughters or sisters that anybody wants to answer that? How do you prioritize? When you want to say, give ahmiyat, give a priority, what is that factor which you give the priority? What do you give to that person? Does anybody answer? Anybody from the boys? What is your most valuable asset in life? وَالْعَصْرِ إِنَّ الْإِنسَانَ لَفِي خُسْرٍ. Time. I said we all have one life cycle. That's the credit we have. The credit. It's not the money. It's not anything else. Of course, health is important, everything is important, but it's the time. So if you want to prioritize somebody, you give him time. That's one way of looking at it. What's the other way of looking at it? That patient who was dying, I can give him the whole day, but I just want to go and eat lunch first before that. But 5 minutes, the rest of the day belongs to him. I've given him time. Does it make a difference? Would it sort out his problem? No. He's going to die. Same way, at any stage, if I kill my Iman, I can spend whole life in that, but I have to. There's something else. Other than the time, is the urgency. Is the priority, is to keep what is urgent, to keep it first. Okay? Maybe I'll give a little time to that priority, but I put it first. That's what they call Pakistan first, America first, Muslim first. So that's a second way of looking at it. When you want to give somebody priority, you give time. Don't communicate to him, communicate to me. Okay. When you want to give a priority to anybody, you give time and you give the sequence. You put him on the top, 2. Anything else we can do for that priority. Yes, money is part of that, but money is part of the time. Time is money, money is time. We know that formula. That's not difficult. Anything else we can't sell our health. Yes, by working hard, but again, it's time. So it comes to that factor. Is there any other factor in anybody's mind that we can give to somebody who we want to give priority? Anybody know any other word? Have you heard about passion? Have you heard about the passion? जो उर्दू जानते हैं, कभी आपने इश्क का नाम सुना? मोहब्बत तो सुनी होगी ना? मोहब्बत is a beautiful form of ishq. Ishq is passion. What is passion? Does it make time, or does it mean priority or putting a preference? No, it's superior to that. When you have a passion for something, There's a gentleman coming after me who has a passion for something, passion for the drugs, not to take the drugs, but to save us from that one. So passion is something different than all of these. I don't know how to define passion. A lot of people tried, and everybody has in the literature every way, but there is no right and wrong answers. But the passion is, it speaks from your every action. It speaks from your every time factor. It speaks from your every priority. Then it becomes the passion. You know, those people who fall in love with the people, with the girls, with the boys, and for the right reason. They know what it means when the passion comes. You only want to smell that smell. You want to only see that dress. You want to only see that face. That's the priority I want to make myself for my Allah. That passion. وَالَّذِينَ آمَنُوا, those people who believe, those people who brought the iman, أَشَدُّ حُبًّا لِلَّهِ. They love the Allah the most. That's the priority now. So we're changing our focus, light a little bit to the different side. So what is our focus now? أَشَدُّ حُبًّا لِلَّهِ. But I want to take you, that does it mean that I shouldn't work? I shouldn't do anything else? Is that the only thing I should be looking at? No. I will take you to Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam's one hadith Mubarak, which teaches us that Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, 5 things you must prefer over 5 things. What are those ones? Life over death. When you're alive, you must respect your life. When you're healthy, look after be watchful for your sickness. And then when you have a spare time, be careful. That is named for you over your busyness, and then your youth over your old age, and then when you have the money, when you don't have it, when you become poor. So prioritize these things. These are the priority. When they have it, respect them and prioritize them. So that does not mean that we don't want to work for life, we don't want to get a professional, we don't want to do, no, that's not the aim. No. We want to do everything. As I said, we have a physical body and we have a spirit. And we have the rights of both sides. We have the rights of the physical body also. We have to be healthy. We have to be earning for our families. We have to be good businessmen. So what are those principles which I want to put you to make the priorities right for everything? You must do everything, but for the children purpose, for my own sake, I want to bring these 4 points and then we can finish after that. Make your priorities in your life. Salah is your priority number 1. That will do everything good to you. Your Allah's love and everything. That salah, that namaz. Are you people listening? That namaz should not be a habit. That if you miss your salah, you're becoming agitated because you missed a habit. It's like you didn't apply the brake and you become agitated. No. This salah should be for the love of Allah. The way you should read salah is only the best way. That should be in ibadat. You should be a slave to Allah. Make it yourself a slave. That's a priority number 1 in life. Number 2, our attachment and our commitment to the Quran Kareem and Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam's life. Of course, they go together hand in hand. Learning the Quran either is a hifz or more than that, learning, understanding it, and then propagating it. That's our second propagate. And then I request you one thing in life. My children, you are like now, there are some of the grandchildren also coming. Be truthful in life. Never speak a lie. Never, ever. Scholars have said if children can do 3 things, namaz, don't lie, and give the appropriate respect to elders and the children, you've done your job. These are the most 3 important priorities for the childhood life. So, be truthful. Allah says in the Quran Kareem also that Qulu qawlan, ya ayyuhallazina amanu, qulu qawlan sadida. या अय्युहल्लज़ीना आमनु इत्तक़ुल्लाह क़ूलू क़ौलन सदीदा. बात सीधी किया करो. Don't talk right and left. Don't try to be cheating. Try so straight. Talk so straight that you should be afraid of yourself. And the fourth thing, which will cover every aspect of life. Time-wise, is okay? Over. Okay, sorry, Maaf. Is the excellence. Every job you do, any job you do, in your profession, anything, you must excel. If you don't do that, you are not doing your job. So these are my 4 points. And to do all of that, there is only one word. And the Quran Kareem rotates and goes around this right and left. Ittaqullah. If you can have a ittaqullah, if you can have a Allah's taqwa, you don't need any other falsafa. You don't need any other understanding. If you can understand from the Quran what the Quran is about ittaqullah. That's it. And that's the final target, that's the final message, that we should all be looking for that, ittaqullah, so that we can be successful. Maaf if I took over a few minutes. Jazakallah khair.